Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Basketweave from CZT Suzanne McNeill. All right, this is an oldie but a goodie, and Suzanne has written a number of books with patterns in it and things, and this is a cute one. All right. This starts off with a series of lines. I pre-populated this with four corners of my signature squiggly border. All right, so I'm gonna just start, and I decided to use an 05 today. I've just been in the mood of, I don't know, of that. All right, so I'm just gonna draw some straight lines through here. You decide the thickness, of course, and then also how far apart you want them. I'm going to put a little bit of a curve. This is really kind of like a microscopic look at a weave, maybe. Could I think of it that way? But this could be neat, in a number of ways. All right, so once you have your space filled with these lines, then, and I'm going to turn it just to make it, no, I'm not turn it that way. Decisions. I'm going to start down the middle because that's what I like to do. And we're going to utilize the hollow bow technique and then also going over something else, because usually we don't. We usually use the hollow bow. Although I'd have to take that back. There are quite a few, it seems like now, where they're going over and using that as part of the pattern. So, all right, so I am going to start this way, and this one is going to be squiggly. So as you're going into one of the lines that we've already drawn, you're kind of going up, and then you could go down. So I went hollow bow here, and I'm going to go over there. Now for the hollow bow, if you don't know what that means, notice I stopped here. Then what I'm going to do is I kind of trace over where I would normally draw. And let me just finish that, because you can watch it again in a second. So in my mind, this is the path that I'm going to take with the pen, right? So for the hollow bow, you just pick up your pen, travel it over the paper, and then put it down where it should be, as if you were drawing, but you're not, and then continue on. It gives it the continuity, and and it makes it look like you've drawn underneath as soon as as things are completed. So then we're gonna make this a double line. So following exactly what you did, where you had the hollow bow, do the hollow bow, and where you didn't, don't. Is that right? That's right. And then this one we're going to fill in. And that's why we can go over one section. I'm just careful when I'm on right here on the edges, because I don't want to go over. And again, this is why we're going over, because we're going to color over it anyway, and it's all right. I should grab I should grab my graphic one. It's interesting as I'm doing this. It feels with this nib and this 05, and it's fairly new pen. For some reason, it feels more resistant as I'm coloring in versus the graphic one. It's just kind of interesting. Okay, so there we have one. Now, these don't have to mirror at all. And so I'm going to start here. But what I would recommend is, so on this line, we went over. So this time, I'm going to hollow bow it. And then this one, so just alternating that. But this squiggly line doesn't need to match up to that one at all. And so that's just kind of interesting. Interesting and neat and fun, that then you can have as much fun as you want with this. it's nice when, like a lot of time, weave type patterns are, in some sort of grid, and so then you're limited, right, to the grid. This is kind of fun because you can, like I said, have these lines as close or far apart as you want. They can be as thin or thick as you want, and this could be as squiggly as you want. And I'm going to just do one last one here, and that will just be the hollow bow. So that's really the only way that we're just having to pay attention for that kind of alternating, is that because if this was actual weaving, that would make sense. You wouldn't want to have two unders. All right, so let's see, and this one is apparently, well, I'm trying to make it a little bit different because I realized, oh, I'm going right in line, but at the same time, it doesn't matter, right? It's all good. Let me just draw although, you know what? If you could just draw them all if you want, but here's what I would recommend, just to highlight where you've gone, oh, look it, and I hollow bowed twice here. This one can go over. And good thing, because I was kind of sloppy there. I can't remember what the other tangle was, but okay, it doesn't matter. But I found that doing this helped, because that way, if you just want to get all of these lines done and kind of have that creative flow going, then under, over, it makes it, well, like I said, it's supposed to make it a little easier. Let's do this one right here. All right, and then down here, this one will go over, right? That one will go just like that. Because sometimes you get in the flow of this and you don't necessarily want it broken up, and that's why I suggested that. And it's like it didn't matter. This way, it's just a quick visual. Oh, okay, I can go under here, or I should, and that's the only reason. That just a recommendation. It might have been, gosh, what was it? Was it like circus or something like that, but with an X? I don't. It was something that was rather one of the seemingly harder ones, and it might have been that and the variation. It was some time ago that we played with that, and like I said, it was just a lot easier to avoid the oopses, because we don't like, if we can avoid them, great. If they happen, great. We'll deal with it. And now this one, let's see. I don't know. I don't know if you want shading on this one. I suppose if you do, this one might be one of those where you could kind of do like a shadowy type of shading, because there's really not a whole lot here. Although you could do the entire area. That's something. So, for instance, well, here's what I'm thinking on the, well, gosh, because it's a weave, so it's not necessarily going to, have that shadow. But let me just show you what I mean. So it would be, you would just pick it over or under, whichever direction you want it to go, and we would, just with the pencil real light at, whatever distance you want from the, and like I said, I'm just using the darkened ones because that seems to make sense. Oh, you can barely see it. Hold on a second. Let me adjust something here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, now you can see. And I was just really light. And this, you don't necessarily have to do any, use your tortillon or anything. It's just kind of a neat effect. And it is nice to just do it one way. There was another tangle we were doing, and I did it like both ways because it was something like this. And it was like, okay, let's not do that again. But here's a shading of the overall. And here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go dark. And we'll see if this will create the shadow box effect. Because that's in my mind what I'm thinking. And actually, kind of cool, we'll have both ways in here. And so I'm just bringing it out a little bit. Probably would be nice if I had some decoration on the outside of the border, but that's okay. I kind of like it when it looks like, this made me think of a slide. If for those that are old, when we used to do slides, and instead of when you just regular camera, it just took you got slides back and then you put it in the slide projector, and that's how we did it in the old days. Oh, that kind of, it looks two ways. It depends on how you see it. Maybe if I went a little bit darker or brought it out a little bit more, either way, it doesn't matter. Because it kind of also looks like it's poofed up, like an enamel, something. If you've seen enamel embellishments or something, and they have that little, like beveled, curve, kind of looks neat. And I like it with both of those. So anyway, yeah, that's okay. That's cool. I'm happy with that. And I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, would love to have a thumbs up. If feel free to share it. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. And of course, subscribing to the YouTube channel is free. If you are interested in online classes doing Zentangle, would love to have you. In the description section, underneath where I have the step out for this, there are ways to connect with me, my website, our Facebook community, and I think that's it that's there. So the multiple ways to connect with me if you would like. I do classes every single week, and that are free, and then I have some that are paid, and we have a really good time. So would love to have you take a look at us, and if you'd like, join us for a free one first and see if you like it enough. I also have, and I'm going to mention, if you like it enough and you think you want to take some paid classes, do take a look at the membership club. It gives you a little bit of a discount if you know that if you feel like you're a Tangle addict as well. and would be taking regular classes, that might be something for you. So I just want to give a quick mention to that here. All right. Thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.